Amani cannot handle another reading slump, especially in the new year. I'm like a little boy. Yo, Malcolm X said it best. The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amani and you are watching Along the Pages. Okay, boom. Welcome back. So I just finished filming and uploading a video which you guys have seen. It was Addie LaRue and I'm just very happy with that video, but I realized in that video that I didn't really articulate what I was trying to say. So I'm gonna have a book review coming for Addie LaRue soon enough, once I gather all my thoughts. But it is December 28th, I believe. Let me see. Is it? No, December 27th. And it's nighttime and I really am scared to start a new book because Addie LaRue, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by D.E. Schwab was so good. It blew me out of the water and I'm just not prepared. But I feel like if I don't read another book, I'm gonna fall into a slump. So I have to read another book. I had books that I was more excited for than Addie LaRue, and then look what happened. I don't know, I just want to live in the world of Addie LaRue just a little bit longer, but I want to read. So I want to read and I want to film because I just miss it. So anyway, here we are. I'm going to be reading Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. Let's read a little synopsis of it because in my last vlog I tried to explain it and I feel like I did a terrible job. When Enchanted Jones wakes with blood on her hands and zero memory of the previous night, no one, the police and Corey's fans included, has more questions than she does. All she really knows is that this isn't how things are supposed to be. Before there was a dead body, Enchanted was an aspiring singer struggling with her tight-knit family's recent move to the suburbs while trying to find her place as one of the few black girls in high school. But then legendary R&B artist Corey Fields spots her at an audition and suddenly her dream of being a professional singer takes flight. I just feel like this book is going to be really good. I've never read anything by Tiffany D. Jackson, but yeah, we're gonna see what happens, where this book leads me. I don't have that much time to read because I'm gonna end up watching a movie in a little bit. It's Sunday night and the dorm is clean, everything is clean, clean sheets, clean clothes. I just reset, and so I feel like I should just finish off my Sunday with a movie. So because I've been reading a lot this past week and I was reading Addie LaRue like back to back to back. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna read a little bit, don't know how long, but yeah. You got me looking at my watch every minute. Yeah, because I'm waiting on you. I said I'm waiting on you. Make a move. I'm waiting on you. Yeah. 7 o'clock in the morning. All I want you to do is get on top of me. Okay, let's talk about it. So it is now Tuesday. The time is 9 o'clock and the last time I spoke to you guys was Sunday night when I was starting Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. I finished this book. It gets 5 out of 5 stars. I did not smile once in this book. I did not laugh once in this book. This book was a hard, heavy ass freaking book. I found the story bigger than the characters. And mind you, well, did I? I don't know. I read this book pretty fast, considering that I've been going to work and stuff. I just finished it right now. So I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to tell you guys. But basically, this book, you know, it's not about R. Kelly. It's not. But it does touch the things that he did to the women, to the girls, not women, to the girls who are now women. But it does touch on that, like to the point where I've watched the documentaries and I've read all the articles, and it just matches with the things that that man did to a T.
she says in the very back of the book, like, this book is not about R. Kelly, but her last words and her acknowledgments says, "Mute motherfucking R. Kelly." So you get the gist of it. It's just like, this book just hit home in some instances. Like, I can relate. It's freaking crazy, the world that we live in, and the fact that there's a quote in here. I'm gonna go ahead and read it to you guys. Yo, Malcolm X said it best. The most disrespected person in America is the black woman. The most unprotected person in America is the black woman. The most neglected person in America is the black woman. That's real shit. Along with the black man. They made her question herself. Made her family question her. And it's just really unfortunate that you can't take someone's experience. You can't take when they're... It says... Damn, she says it perfectly. Tiffany says it perfectly in her author's note. She says, "This book is about the individuals who were meant to protect and serve, never believing victims in their moments of bravery." That was like, damn, that's exactly what was going on. Like, it took a lot for Enchanted to... This isn't a spoiler, really, because, I mean, of course, police would be involved in a situation like this once you read the book. But, you know, she tried to come forward and talk about her abuse and explain her abuse. And that is so hard to do. And I feel like there's so many women in this world, girls in this world, who go through things and they feel like it's their fault. And I can understand that for personal experience. And it's like, you literally don't understand until you're in that situation. Because I used to always say, if a man ever did anything to me, if I ever went through anything sexually or anything with a man, or just got abused, I'm going to freaking sing and say what the hell I have to say. I'm going to freaking speak up. But then you get put in a situation and you just, it's not that black and white. It's not that simple to where you just know it's that man's fault, especially when you're young. It's just hard. And this book just really, it really highlighted that, and the writing was beautiful. The metaphors were amazing. It was digestible. Like, I don't even know how, if that makes any sense, if a book can be digestible, but I just felt like it went down very smooth, very quickly, and it was heavy. Definitely trigger warnings for abuse, mental health, sexual assault, all of that. Definitely freaking trigger warnings. This book was way more hard-hitting than I thought it would have been. I'm glad this book is in the world. I hope that if you can relate to this book, that you'll read this book. I hope that if you're able to read this book, that you'll read this book. And if you're not able now, at some point in your life, if you become able, absolutely read this book, because I think it is very good. And I actually want my little sister to read it, because I think that every teen girl should read it. My sister is 13, and I think it's I think it has a message. It's Tuesday, and I figure, fuck it, why not make this a week vlog of reading? So we're on to the next book. Now I'm going to be picking up Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I'm going to start this book tonight. We'll see how far I get. Let's see how many pages. Because, you know, sometimes I read a book fast, sometimes I read it slow. I just read Grown pretty fast compared to me taking a week to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. This book has roughly around the same amount of pages as Grown, so 369, and I'm gathering it's going to be a pretty fast book to read. I don't have work tomorrow, so I'm just going to pretty much read all day, start this vlog tonight, and yeah, so I'm going to get to reading.
Hi guys, so it is the next day. I just got home, and well, today is December 30th. Okay, just so you guys have a timeline of what day it is. Is this camera? I'm sorry, but this angle is really weird, huh? I think it's like, look, it was low-key crooked. Okay. There we go. So, I wanted to update you guys on where I'm at in the book. So, for this book, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, I made it to page 69 last night. It is very good so far. So the main character, Chloe actually suffers from chronic pain. And at first I was kind of like thrown off by the way that they were speaking. So one, she is black, obviously, I'm sorry, but she is also wealthy. She comes from a wealthy family, and I just freaking love that. Like, you know, for a lot of people, reality is reading a book where the main character is not wealthy. But I feel like we never really get a middle ground. Like, we never in books get, we always either get very wealthy or very poor. It's never middle class. I come from a middle class family, so it's like sometimes I would prefer a book to not always be just, you know, it's the realities of our world. There are a lot of people who, you know, I'm blessed, my family's blessed, but it's a lot of people who are in poverty, and you know, it is good that books are shedding light on that, absolutely, but I feel like there's also not enough books that aren't shedding light on that, and that are also shedding light on people who are middle class, as middle class black girls going through things, middle class black men going through things. And then I just also feel like there's not enough light shed on the wealthy black people in the world, because as much as there are poor black people, I feel like poor is the wrong word to say, but you know, but as much as they are those, there are just as much as wealthy black people, and I feel like it's nice and refreshing to whenever I get a character that is black and wealthy, because for me it's also inspiring, because I would love to not be middle class for my future family. I would love to be wealthy, and I'm so grateful for where I am and what I have, what I grew up with, but still, you know. So anyway, I was pleasantly surprised when I realized that Chloe comes from a wealthy family. And then I was also surprised pleasantly when I realized that she is not in America. They, I believe, are based in England, somewhere in England. And I love that. I freaking love that. Like, I don't think I've read a book with a black main character from England. For the characters so far, I really like them. I'm getting a lot of personality. I'm getting layers to these characters, and I'm only on page 69, so I'm enjoying it. Moving on from that, I've got mail, because I decided that I ordered people's Christmas gifts, and I didn't order a lot of people's Christmas gifts this year, only, you know, the main ones, you know who you are. But I also decided, hey, I think I deserve to treat myself and buy myself some books. One of my favorite booktubers is Books and Lala, and I freaking love her, and she has weird taste, and I can't say I've read all the books that she's read, because she's read a shit ton of books. I don't know how her and Mayana, I don't know how you guys read books so freaking fast and so many. I commend you, but I feel like she has a different taste, and she has a more adult taste. So with that being said, I decided to go on her Goodreads and look up all of her, and well, see all of her 5-star rated books. I kind of looked for the ones that she wrote comments about, and I kind of saw like if this was something that I would be into. So I'm going to show you the books that I got. So we'll start off with this one, and this is called When the Moon Was Ours by Anna Marie McLemore. I'm just gonna read you the first couple of sentences of what it's about. To everyone who knows them, best friends Miel and Sam are as strange as they are inseparable. Roses, what the fuck? I'm thinking of Friends. Roses grow from Miel's wrist, and rumors say that she spilled out of a water tower when she was 5. Sam is known for the moons he paints and hangs in the trees, and for how little anyone knows about his life before he and his mother moved to town. But as odd as everyone considers Miel and Sam, even they stay away from the Bonner girls. 4 beautiful sisters rumored to be witches. That just sounds really good. It's a fairly short book. It's 273 pages, and I just feel like that'll be a good read. This girl has roses growing from her skin. This guy likes to paint moons. You guys know, obviously, can you see that? Obviously, I freaking love the moon. I love the skies, the stars, and I just feel like this is probably gonna be amazing. And Books and Lala rated this 5 stars, and I believe she did write a comment about it, so, or a review about it. So I'm really excited for this book. Midnight at the Electric by Jody Lynn Anderson, and I'm going to read you a little bit. So, Audrey has been handpicked to live on Mars, but just before launch, she discovers the journal of a girl who lived in her Kansas farmhouse more than 100 years ago, amid the fear and uncertainty of the Dust Bowl. In the same house years earlier, Catherine discovers letters from a mysterious woman who her mother refuses to discuss, but who seems inextricably tied to them. 3 young women whose lives are intertwined across thousands of miles and multiple generations, all defined by hope, love, determination, and the small but crucial moments that determine one's fate. So this follows 3 different timelines. One is like in 2065, one is in the 30s, the 1930s, and then another one is in like the 1800s or something like that. So I'm really excited to see what this book is about. I feel like this is gonna be another one that's gonna wow me. I'm just looking for books that are gonna wow me, people, okay? I picked up, this one is probably gonna be a bit more familiar to you guys, a lot more familiar, by Elizabeth, The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. Simora Batista feels unheard and unable to hide in her Harlem neighborhood, but secretly she pours her dreams and frustrations onto the pages of her notebook like prayers. When she is invited to join her school's slam poetry club, Zamora doesn't know how she could ever attend without her religious mammy finding out. But even so, in the face of a world that may not want to hear her, Zamora refuses to be silent. And that just sounds really good. I'm really excited, and I'm sure it's gonna wow me, and I just love books that are based in New York. This one was also on Books and Lala's list, and she raves about this book. This is one of her favorite books of all time, I believe, and that is Middle Game by Shannon McGuire. And if you are familiar with Shannon McGuire, she has a whole series called The Wayward something series. I'll put it right here, but I actually really do enjoy that series, and I've never read this book. I know everyone pretty much raves about it, and so I don't know too much about it, so we'll read it. Meet Roger, skilled with words, languages come easily to him. He is instinctively understands how the world works through the power of story. Meet Dodger, his twin. Numbers are her world. Fuck no. Her obsession, her everything. All she understands. She does so through the power of math. Roger and Dodger aren't exactly human, though they don't realize it. They aren't exactly gods either. Not entirely, not yet. That's all I need to know. I'm very excited. I feel like I'm gonna get along with Roger more than Dodger, because Roger is a words person. I'm words, I'm not math. But I'm really excited. I feel like these books are going to absolutely wow me. And I am just happy. I'm so happy.
You to come on over even if I'm asleep. Wake me up in my dreams. When you find me in my sleep while I'm dreaming, and you come behind me, remind me what I am trying to play. All upon it, early in the morning. You deserve a minute, we'll do it how you want it. All upon it, early in the morning. You deserve a minute, we'll do it how you want it. I need you now.
Hot cup of tea right here. It's Friday, so happy new year, yay, whoop-de-dam-doo. No, I'm just kidding. I picked up this book, The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. I picked this book up because I was still in the mood for something based in New York City after Addie LaRue, and I was still in the mood for lyrical writing type of thing, because Get a Life Chloe Brown was good. I mean, it was good. I didn't even finish it. I made it to page 81, and I know that it's gonna be a good book. I know that it's gonna be lighthearted, but they're gonna be falling in love, and I really am just not in the mood for a love story right now. I started this book last night. I got to page 69, and I like it so far. I'm enjoying it. but goddamn, I am not in the mood for it. Like, I just gotta be real with myself. And I'm over here like, I hate to start a book and not finish it. That genuinely irritates the shit out of me, genuinely. But I'm not gonna put myself in another reading slump. Amani cannot handle another reading slump, especially in the new year. So, honey, I will get to these books whenever I get in the mood for them, if I ever pick them up again, which I'm sure I will, because I know I've heard great things about them. I know. I'm gonna get to them, but just not today, boo-boo. Not today. So as I was making my tea, I was like, started singing this song that I always listen to when I read a fantasy book. And I was like, and it's so funny because I started off this vlog with, oh, I don't want to read the fantasy, I'm tired, I'm ready to get into some adult stuff. But I just kind of want some magical stuff right now. I don't know, it's the tea. It's the tea. The tea is making me want magical. So I was like, what can I read? And I was like, you know what, what's a fantasy, or not fantasy, but I believe it is a fantasy book that I feel like will do the trick for me. So I figure, hey, let's read Middle Game. So I'm excited. I'm about to read this. We're gonna see what happens.
It's driving me out of my mind. That's why it's hard for me to find. Can't get it out of my head. Miss her, kiss her, love her. That girl is
So I'm realizing now that basically this little boy is starting to think that he's crazy, and I probably shouldn't think it's funny that he thinks he's crazy because he's 7 years old, but I think it's adorable that he thinks he's going crazy.
I just wanted to come on here looking like a little boy and basically just tell you guys what the hell is going on. So today is currently January 11th, and I can't remember the last time I updated you guys. I want to say it was probably today last week. So it's been about over a week. Baby, honey, COVID while you're working in a medical group gives you absolutely no energy by the time you get off of work. But I have been reading. I have not finished the book. I'm not even halfway to finishing the book, but I'm still loving the book. So I did make a little bit more progress in the last one that I updated you guys. I'm now on page 175, and again, I'm really enjoying this book. I'm going to finish this book in the next vlog that I will have, and I will also be starting a new book in that vlog, and I believe it's going to be Serpent and Dove. Don't ask me what the author's name is because I don't remember, but I've heard lots of great things about that book, and I'm really excited to get to it. So stay tuned for the rest of this book and that book and the next vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.
You got me looking at my